Hello everyone and welcome to Accountech Bytes, surely the world's greatest roundup of accounting technology. It's been another busy week. Let's dive straight into the action, and I took a look at the UK government's much delayed Making Tax Digital project that now stands on the brink, and I sort of looked at the options ahead for the flagship digital transformation project. Should we go full steam ahead? Should we delay it for a sixth time? Should we modify it, so cut things like quarterly reporting? Should we remove some of the smaller businesses or scrap it altogether? Lots of action in the comments section around this, including mentions for Monty Python and the multiverse. So enter if you dare. Right, what's next? So Bill Mew covered some fascinating and potentially extremely terrifying news from across the pond. So senators over in America flagged that certain web-based tax software was sharing sensitive information with tech giants such as Google and Meta through ad tracking technology. And Bill goes through how this happened and whether the same thing could happen over here. So do check that out. Link to this story and all the other stories in this video can be found in the description to the video. We also covered Bill's story in our podcast, so No Accounting for Taste, that was out yesterday. You can find it by searching for Accounting Web on your podcast player of choice. We also cover the HMRC annual accounts and the government's crackdown on R&D tax credit relief. So what is next? So practice management systems. So while they can save you a lot of time, deliver sort of automation and workflow into your firm, moving from one system to another can be quite rocky. So Jeremy Hyman making his debut on the site. Jeremy is a sort of IT consultant to the great and the good in the UK accounting scene. Jeremy's provided us here with some tips on changing practice management system. Thank you, Jeremy. So e-commerce giant Shopify has taken the phrase time is money quite literally and implemented a meeting cost calculator to in an attempt to sort of minimize group gatherings. Their CEO is on record as saying meetings are like a bug in the system. Here's the meeting cost calculator in action. So here are the attendees and here is how much the meeting costs. It's an interesting development, but as I put forth in my opinion column, I think it misses a wider mark about the world of work. Right, it's instead of just being totally mean about Shopify, I'm going to cover something interesting they've done as well. And here's their CEO, Toby Lutka, introducing Shopify's AI co-pilot thing, I guess, Sidekick. So here is Sidekick. I don't know if you can hear the volume. So here we go. So clicking on the little widget here, and Sidekick appears. Oh, there's Toby. And so you can ask the e-commerce platform system a question. So I've had a drop off in sales from March to now, and it tells you why. So in this case, it's a snowboarding tool that's seen a lack of snow, which is why they are not getting the sales. I think Shopify was actually formed in the mid-noughties because the guys who founded it were trying to set up a snowboarding business, maybe, and were frustrated with the options around. 5 billion worth of revenue later, and they've got an AI assistant. So yeah, interesting times, interesting to see the applications in real life. Some people news now, and accounting tech consulting agency Journey, founded in Australia by a friend of the show, Trent McLaren. They're expanding out into the UK with the appointment of Jordan Vickery as the director and head of EMEA, should I say. So congratulations, Jordan and Journey. We look forward to hearing from you soon. Let's go through the Silverfin changelog quickly. So I've updated the director's current account templates, so detailed breakdown, input for payment and receipts. Expanded our farm accounts offering. Moo. Corporation tax legislation updates live. And exciting news. Updated corporation tax calculation and proof of tax charge working papers to reflect the new tax rates effective from April 1st, 2023. That's the good thing, I guess, about cloud software. You do get a lot of these updates. So speaking of updates, Inform Direct, this is a cloud company secretarial tool. More updates here. There's an update that allows you to auto-file a company's confirmation statement on a scheduled date. Conditions apply. And they've also introduced workflows. So you can view, create, and customize a confirmation statement workflow. And here is an example. Congratulations to them. That looks a good, solid development. Oracle NetSuite, the big behemoth of a sort of cloud ERP, they have embedded a sort of guided learning tool throughout the entire platform that helps either sort of beginners get used to the product or flags more advanced features for people who are used to the program. So yeah, I think there's an interesting development because it's certainly something that a lot of softwares struggle with, sort of flag their entire feature set. And you know, I've heard it bandied about that only 40% of the actual functionality gets used. So yeah, interesting development there. Dogs, anyone heard of Dogs? They've raised $27 million. So they're a French accounting startup, been around since 2015. Does that still count as a startup? But I mean, they bootstrap their way to the first 15 million in ARR, and have now raised some funding from a British VC firm. So Doug's is an online chartered account service for small, medium companies and also works with chartered accountants, and it connects, clients can connect Doug's with their bank accounts so the accounting platform can automatically fetch transactions. Sounds familiar. 250 people. I guess the French scene is slightly different, slightly more fragmented. Be interested to see if they bring it across the English Channel. Now, typos. I'm sure you have a specific typo in mind when you think about these sort of things. I certainly have some of my favourites that I've sent, but I can guarantee you that none are as potentially serious as this. So this is US military emails that have been misdirected to Mali thanks to the suffix. So the US military, all US military email addresses have the suffix MIL. People are popping in the ML domain, the country identifier for Mali. Mali, yeah, their domain is run by a Dutch internet entrepreneur who's flagged this. He has about 117,000 misdirected messages for the military, which I guess is quite serious. But even more serious, the Mali domain's actually reverting to the Mali government, who's closely allied to Russia. So yeah, it keeps on getting better. But there we go. Speaking of emails, if you'd like to get my accounting technology email, do pop your address in the bottom there. No typos, please. And then let the yellow button do the work. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you're watching on the socials, please like, subscribe, or follow, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.